You're listening to the Positivity Hour podcast, hosted by Darshaun Smith. Strap in and buckle up, and let's get straight into it.
What's up? You know the vibe. It's your boy Darshaun here, back again for another video, another episode of the Positivity Hour. And for some reason, my mic has reverb on it right now, but I kind of like it. So let's just hop straight into this episode. We already played the intro, so let's get to the main topic.
Time for the main topic.
I'm going to keep the editing pretty low on this one because I just want to get this information out to you. Obviously, last week's episode, I don't want to say was a throwaway, but it was just kind of a real conversation I needed to have with myself. And this whole last week, these last 7 days, I've been thinking just about like 2026, the future, my life, and, how I'm spending my time today, living in the present and how I can maximize that. And it's led me to, these 7 quotes that I want to get across to you at this point in time. I think Ryan Serhant put me on a few of these, but these are just 7 quotes you need to hear at least once in your lifetime. Okay, that's what the title of this is going to be. Okay, and for the clip farming session, I'm just going to individually quote one of these or something. They're going to be nice little clips or something like that. That being said, I do appreciate you for watching this whole thing. So you can get all of these quotes if you're watching on YouTube or Instagram, or not Instagram, but Spotify and or Apple or wherever you find your podcast. Because without you, I wouldn't have this platform. Without you, I wouldn't be who I am today. And without you, I would just be a random guy talking to himself. And I'd be cool with that because I love myself and I always tell the camera what I need to tell myself. So let me stop with this reverb now. I can do auto-tune. No, I'm just messing with you. Normal mic now, though. Here are the 7 quotes you should, how did I say it earlier? The 7 quotes you need to hear at least once in your lifetime. Number 1, be so great you can't be ignored, okay? In the last episode of the podcast, I framed this as I want to be so awe-inspiring. It's discouraging to others. But to be so great you can't be ignored means that whatever you're doing is at such a high level, you are providing so much value to the world or the people around you that people can't not acknowledge you and what you're doing because it is of so much benefit. So remember, be so great you can't be ignored. And how you go about that is up to you. So choose wisely. Number 2, take care of the work, and the work will take care of you. What does that mean, Darshaun? You may be asking yourself. Well, it means just work hard, gang, okay? If you're focused on money, cars, women, whatever other material thing you want, you may not get as far. But if you focus on showing up consistently, putting your best foot forward, and even more so, actually getting good at what you want to do, so much so that you cannot, like, the reality of you not achieving success is not real anymore, you'll make it. And funny enough, if you take care of the work and you reach that point where failure is not an option and you can only do one thing, which is succeed, you will be taken care of by your work, i.e. dollar signs, i.e. status, i.e. fit whatever you're into. Number 3, growth is Lord, I said it wrong. Growth is on the other side of discomfort, okay? What does that mean, Darshaun? You know how they say in the grass is greener on the other side? Well, it's not, it doesn't matter what side of the fence you're on, what side of the field you are, what side of the hill, whatever you want to say metaphorically speaking, it's going to suck, okay? Life is hard, okay? The fact that you're alive is no feeble task at hand, okay? But to grow, you need to be uncomfortable. That's why when you're getting taller, your bones ache, okay? That's why when you're getting more money in your bank account, you may not sleep as much. You may not have as much stability at the house, okay? But you may realize when everything is peaceful, when everything is quiet and, just easy to receive, not much growth is happening. Think about that, okay? Growth is on the other side of discomfort, okay? Be uncomfortable more often, and you'll be either learning something or gaining something from somewhere. Number 4, failure teaches you everything you need to know to be successful. This one's pretty straightforward, folks. But if you didn't know, most people don't try because they don't know what they should do, which means, as Alex Hormozy once said, if you are in that position, doing anything is the best thing you can do because you're going to fail probably regardless. And if you don't, YOLO, you got lucky on your first try. But most people fail. And when you fail, you're going to learn something. You just learned one thing not to do and why you should not do it because you got the outcome that you did not want. Meaning, do it again, try again, but don't do that. Do anything but that. So remember, failure teaches you everything you need to know to be successful. Fail wisely, though. Number 5, show me your friends and I'll show you your future, okay? There's a great saying by, I don't know, many of people out there that you are the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And this goes both ways. When I first heard this quote, I was like, damn, bro, I don't have any friends. Like, I got a few, but I didn't even know if I could present a lineup. And it's like, wow, that does tell me a lot about my future. And it was pretty eye-opening because, we live in a world that, yes, you can be independent in. Yes, you can achieve success in without relying on other people. But if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. That's what I say to that. And that's why I've been putting forth effort to, try and amass a team of people I can rely on and they can rely upon me because I want to go far. And I need friends who will support me to do that. So remember, show me your friends and I'll show you your future. Number 6, okay, 1-6 or 1-5 equals 6. There's only one person you spend all your time with in life. So be amazing and interesting because that person is you. Think about it. Like, yes, if you got a wife or a kid or a mom and dad or, just a friend or even a dog or a goldfish, okay, you may spend a lot of time with them. But as I was saying to my sister the other day, when we were on the phone, I am approximately, I forget how many days it was. I was like, I'm like 8,000 days old, okay? I'm 24, so, do 24. I could do this math in real time, actually. So we'll do 24 times 365.25. Yeah, it's plus, another like 100 or 200 days, but I'm like 8,766 days old. I have spent 8,666 days minimum with myself, okay? Yes, I was with my mom for some of that, my dad for some of that, brothers, sisters, dogs, multiple dogs, birds even, okay? But I have not spent that amount of time with anybody else but me. So I am glad I am interesting and am comfortable in my own company because, shit, I'm all I got over here. And the last one, number 7, okay, 5 plus 2. I'd rather regret the things I did than those I did not try, okay? This is one of the biggest points I talked about in last week's podcast when I was, trying hard not to shed some tears. And eventually I did, real men cry too. And just remember, you only got one life, okay? But you only die once, okay? If you're lucky, maybe you got to open heart surgery. Your heart stops a couple times, but you wake back up. So maybe you die 3 times max, okay? But you only really die once, okay? You get a chance to live every day. So just make sure you are making the most of your opportunities and you are actually trying to be amazing and live your life. Because I know for me, I just want to know by the time I get to my deathbed, I don't care when that is. It could be tomorrow, that at least I tried. I lived my dreams, I was able to dream about something and then wake up and grab the keys to that car. You know what I'm saying? That's why I got the Blazer. You know what I'm saying? I was able to, dream something and then wake up and go create it because I have the skills in video editing or photography to make what's in my brain real. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather not regret what I did. I'd rather regret what I did not try. You know what I'm saying? I think I said that backwards, but you get the point. I'd rather regret the things I did than the things I did not. There you go. That's the right way around. And yeah, those are the 7 things you need to hear at least once in your life before you pass on. So yeah, next segment. Let's get personal. Woo!
Let's get personal.
All right. To get personal, I just wanted to run it back to last week's conversation. I did listen to that podcast again, as I do with all podcasts, and I thought that it was a really good episode, actually. In the moment of me recording it and like crying on camera and everything, it was kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie, but like it perfectly summed up a lot of what's going on in my life and in my head, as a young person in these confusing times we are in, especially with social media and life in front of a camera. And it's crazy because I'm not even like anyone important, bro. And that's not me just being like, trying to like downplay my own existence or anything. That's just me being honest. Like, I say it all the time. I'm just a normal dude trying to do extraordinary things. Okay. And it puts a lot of pressure on you because I didn't come out the womb like ultra talented. I didn't come out the womb just like I'm him, like Deion Sanders or something like that. I just like everything I've done in life, I've just had to work for or had to work towards or something along those lines. And if anything, that's really good. That means that I can, have a sense of pride and be comfortable in my own skin, but it also, leads to a lot of imposter syndrome because I didn't go to school for the things I'm doing now. Like I didn't go to school for communications and how to talk to a camera and podcasting and all of this, I just learned last week the concept called story loops, okay? Where you introduce context in a loop fashion where you can loop around to the point you're trying to get across and you're supposed to work backwards. Like, okay, for example, let's say I want to tell you that I got a new car. Rather than me being like, I got a new car, to make the story interesting, I gotta be like, oh, y'all, something crazy happened this last week. That's trying to hook you in, build some intrigue. And then, to continue down that line of thinking, it would be like, it may be something with 4 wheels. It may be something quite luxurious. It may be something that has 300 horsepower. And then, I loop around, obviously, with showing some visuals and some intrigue to be like, I have purchased a brand new, to me, 2020 Chevy Blazer, which essentially is what I did about a year ago in the I'm More Than a Button Pusher series and the my return from ghost mode on social media. And yeah, like it's a lot, man. You know what I'm saying? And it really was getting to me last week, and I literally couldn't sleep about it. I've been staying up late just thinking a lot recently, and maybe not working as hard as I should be working. But I want to say that in the last 2 or 3 weeks of my life, I've learned so much, and I've done a lot of work to implement what I've learned, and it's led to me not actually implementing that much because I'm still trying to like write it down. I'm still trying to figure it out because I'm trying to create systems rather than it just being in my head and me just being like YOLO, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just trying to I'm trying to be more scientific, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make this more of a science than like some witchcraft. So, for your Let's Get Personal, I just wanted to say that I love myself and I love my life and I wouldn't change it, as I said last week, but it's a lot, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of pressure on a young brother over here, and pressure makes diamonds. And I'm grateful that I even have the opportunity. So with all that being said, you don't need no wisdom from your OG because, see, the main topic, like I said, I got a few of those from Ryan Serhant. So shout out to Ryan Serhant, the billionaire real estate agent from New York. He's not a billionaire per se, just multi-millionaire, but he does approximately $2 billion in transactions a year in real estate. So him alone, and he has a company of 300 or 400 agents under him. So they got what the kids say, motion in the ocean. With all that being said, here's your outro, or I guess next week's topic also. I don't know what we're going to talk about, bro. I'm just going to turn the camera on and talk about something. And so now for your outro, thank you for listening. Thank you for being a part of this little thing called the Positivity Hour, the 207th episode. I appreciate you. I love you. And I wish you have a great day today. But before you go, make sure you like, subscribe, unsubscribe, dislike, comment, unfollow, follow. I don't really care what you do. Just make sure you're being your best self and you're staying positive, because that's all that really matters at the end of the day. And let's go be great. Let's go be great. We ain't got tomorrow. Tomorrow's not guaranteed, but I got today. So I'm going to go wake up and be amazing. Go get this podcast edited and on the internet. And I'll see you when I see you. Doses. Woo!
I'm in my G'd up zone. I'm about to get it in, kick your feet up, home. Days turn to weeks when you're always on the grind all night. I got my re-up back. I'm about to get it in, I'll be right back.
Nate, high lows to those who don't know the name. And G'd up, yup, that's the only thing that claims.